right, and welcome to Brush Tips with Cheri. Today we are going to be painting, whoop, that almost fell, an Ohio sign on wood with some birds and the word love. With our background, we're going to paint that first, and then we'll add the love on and then the little birds. So our colors today are phthalo blue, phthalo green, red, yellow, white, burnt umber, and black. And the brushes that we are going to use today, of course, our Big Daddy brush. That's our favorite because he covers everything. A little tiny detail brush here, and then our little round brush. So these are both great for details. So we'll use this one for the bird, and we'll probably use this one for the love. So first we're going to start with our background. Now you can pick any color background. If you love Ohio State colors, definitely pick Ohio State colors. I love the vintage aqua kind of turquoise look. That's what's trendy right now in colors. So I take a little bit of the phthalo blue and a little bit of the phthalo green, and I mix it together just to the side here. Then I grab a little bit of this white and I mix it right in. Now if you love just green, you could definitely just do green and white. That'll add a minty color. And then all we do is just come across here. Ooh, this guy's not going to want to stay up, huh? This is one of our newest popular paintings to paint on this nice wood Ohio sign here. I get this from a local fireman. His name's Jesse. He's actually a Rittman fireman. I happened to meet him on a whim, and this is what he does. He cuts wood, and fights fires. So he cut me all these awesome wood pieces because we had a really, really good class with them the other day. So just keep going back and forth, and you see I'm not over mixing because I want those different tones. I'm trying to hit this middle part first so it dries the fastest, since that's where I'll be working. I really love working with wood. It's probably one of my favorite things to paint on, especially if I stain the wood first. Now I do like to hit my sides, just so when I hang it up, it looks really good to wrap all around. You see where I'm hitting the side there? So make sure you do that too. I love the wood grains. Now if your paint's not moving on this wood, definitely just wet it with some water and look at how quickly it just kind of fills that, spreads it out a little bit. You can even get your wood a little bit wet before you apply the paint, and that'll help spread the paint out even more. Just helps it absorb a little bit better into the wood. All right, I am really, really loving this. This is one of my favorites, like I said, one of our newest faves. All right, let's gather all this up. So I'm actually going to do one with a Cleveland skyline for all you Cleveland fans, or Akron. We'll eventually do one like that too, so definitely watch our Facebook page for some of those sweet art pieces. All right, hit the top. Make sure you hit the top. If you want more white in it, you can always just grab some straight white, kind of run it through it, just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, what do we want to call that? Highlights? Little highlights, little low lights. And keep mixing, and keep mixing. And let it dry. So I'm making sure I hit my top, and you can see I have a bunch of different tones in here, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to go different angles too to fill in all the wood. See how I'm kind of going at an angle here? Then I'm just going to come along and I'm going to hit it like this. See how that spot isn't filling in? I was talking so fast. I'm just going to get my brush wet and run it real softly over this. See how smooth that is? And it just kind of adds some really nice textured look to it, right? So now we can continue to mix. I would love to see somebody do this in Ohio State colors. I think that would be super cool to see that. I should have done it in Ohio State colors. It's almost football season. It's like 45 days or something, right? Not a huge football fan. I'll go to a football game when it's warm. I don't like to sit in the cold. I went to a cold football game once. It was not fun. No, it was fun. It actually was fun. It was New Year's Eve. So it was kind of fun. Or New Year's Day, that's what it was. Make sure you hit the bottom. And just add, let me make sure I got this bottom. Oh, look at this little tiny curve right here we did not get. Or this spot. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just have to kind of flip things around just to check out the different angles. Make sure that all the little tiny spots are filled. Okay. Now we're going to let this guy dry a second. I'm going to clean off Big Daddy real quick. Get him nice and clean. Get all that blue out of there. I'm going to grab some of this burnt umber. And this is what's going to give us the aged look. Dry off my brush. You see I'm pooling away again. I like to do that so that I scrape some of it off on the edge of the plate and I don't have just a ton, like big globs of paint on my brush, okay? Make sure you hold on to the side of this so it doesn't fall off. And then just real lightly start cleaning off your brush on here. Once you start to see it blend in, like right there, move away from it. So I need to get some more. And I come in like this, and then I bring it in, just real lightly. I'm hitting the sides here. I don't want to go too crazy with it because I want to be able to put my birds on and them to stick out. Now, of course, you can put however many birds you would like. You can also personalize this with your last name. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll personalize this one with my last name. It's a super easy last name. Everyone's always like, what's your last name? Then I tell them. It was funny because when my husband first introduced himself to me, I said, what's your name? He said, Nick. So what's your last name? He said, Smith. I go, yeah, right. He goes, it is. Everyone always says that to me. I guess people don't believe him. I'm going to add a little bit of white highlights in here. Now that I've put this brown on, just again, real lightly, we're just bumping the edges of the wood. I'm going to add a lot of white through here. This is where I'm going to add my birds, sweet little birds. That reminds me of Bob Marley's song. All right, now we have to let this dry. And look what I got. Ah, the fan. You didn't know I had that, did you? Look at this. Oh, let it dry. Oh, we can even sing into it. I don't know if it's really gonna dry it, but I thought it was really funny that I found one at home. I told you I might have had that one in the car, so it was kind of funny that I found it, and it's our little Nico's, and so we need to give him a little thank you shout out. Thanks, Nico, for letting us borrow your fan. Of course, you at home, you can actually stop the show, go get a snack, let the dog out, make a cup of coffee, Uber me a coffee, whatever you feel like doing. This is actually gonna dry really fast, I feel like. I should have had this last week with our pineapple catastrophe. Oh, I really, see the wood also dries a lot faster too because the wood is dry and it absorbs all that moisture. It's just kind of soaking up all the wetness from the paint. This thing actually works pretty good. Do you see my hair flowing in the wind? Oh my goodness. This is great. I feel like it's going to take a really long time though. Maybe me singing and flapping it in the wind will help more, no? Usually I don't think it's that wet at all. You can always look by the angle. If you look at the angle of your painting, you can see where it's really wet. So the brown is still kind of wet, but the other parts are not. So if it's shiny, that's how you know it's wet. Even on a canvas, you can look on a canvas, and if it's shiny, that means it's wet. So I'll just hit those spots. I better not get paint on this little fan. Little Nico will get mad. I'll have to buy him a new one, and I don't even know where to buy them. They had a little yoga camp today, so they're all tuckered out, taking a little nap today. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's try this out here. Let's balance. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some chalk, and I'm actually going to write my last name and then make it like a wire, like the love on that one. Let's turn our cute little fan off. And look, it even has like a little, I could like hang it around my neck so it doesn't fall. Oh, my hair. That's great. Thanks, Nico, for letting us borrow your fan. Oh, chalk, that's right. Here's our handy dandy little chalk container. So when you are using chalk on a canvas, I do suggest that you don't skimp on chalk. If you go with the chalk that's like a cheaper version, it kind of doesn't work very well. So I do suggest that you splurge and you get the Crayola brand of chalk. I've learned the hard way, and it has not turned out well. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Let's go this way, like this. Now, if you love cursive writing, then definitely, oh wait, we want that to be straight because the birds won't be sitting straight on a wire. All you do is take your wet brush. Goodbye, chalk. You can make your name as big as you want. There it is. Look at how cute that is. Is it straight? Let me look at it. It is absolutely not straight. It is 100% crooked. Look at that. Oh, you know what I learned? Let's try this. Let's erase this whole thing. So I had a geometry teacher in my class the other day, and she told me, you know how I always do the circle thing? And I'm like, once you get a good circular rotation, then put your circle on. So she told me, let's get some of this water off, that if you look at it, you can always dry it with a paper towel to get the water off if you need to. She said to make a perfectly straight line, you start here and then you look where you want it to end. So let's try this, okay? She is a Rittman geometry teacher. Okay, here we go. Is it straight? Let's look. I mean, it's pretty straight. So maybe she's correct. Let me just go this way here. Check it out. I think she's right. Does it look straight? I feel like it looks straight. I feel what happens is this throws me off, this tall part here, because it's not all symmetrical and stuff, you know? Okay. So then you can, I think that's too far over, but we'll see. And get a little fancy with your curves at the end, okay? Write it normally, like you would normally write it. I took a journaling class once, and they said just do everything in your normal handwriting and then go in and do the embellishments, okay? Let's take our little round guy here, one of our favorite little brushes. We're gonna roll it through the black. And then let's just add here. Now, I'm not going to put that line underneath Smith. Oh my gosh, I love it. Kind of looks like a little musical note. Sweet. And just be real gentle. And all of this chalk marks, I'm going to grab this other little tiny babe brush here. That's one that I want. All of these little tiny brush, or not brush marks, chalk marks will all be gone here. Oop, I went a little up on that one. That's okay. Will all be erased. Once this dries, you can actually take like a damp paper towel and just wipe it real good, and it's going to take away all of the chalk marks on there. Here we go. Don't forget to dot your cute little eye. You can put a little star there if you've made enough room. You could put a little heart if you love hearts. You don't have to put anything at all. You could just put a little dot. And thicken up my S for Smith. I love it. I love it, love it. And finish this line off. Now, of course, if you get a board that's really big, you can definitely like make it for in-laws or something, or your parents, and add a whole bunch of cute little birds. If there's a lot of grandkids, you could add another extra layer of line there and add some cute little birds. So what I like to do is, I like to actually start off with, well, we're gonna have to start off with red. Let's start off with red. We don't wanna make pink, so we don't wanna mix it with white. Now you at home, you could definitely do a base coat of white before you do the red and yellow on the birds. But here, because I don't have a lot of dry time in between, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the birds on. Let's get the handy dandy fan again. And let's hit this Smith line here. See if this works. And dry this real good. We can balance it. I should just have somebody here. Maybe we could bring Nico on. He could just stand here and be the little fan holder. I'd be like, don't move, buddy. He'll move. Okay. So I don't want to run into this. I gotta look to see the angle is a little bit better. Oh, it's almost dry. It's perfect, actually. or will be in a minute. The things that are really wet are the M and the I. There we go. Okay, so a bird is super simple. All it is the circle, more of like an ovalish kind of look. And then I just swoop down for a tail. Okay, clean that off real quick. I'm gonna let that guy dry. I'm gonna grab some yellow here. We're gonna do the same thing right here. Just circle around. And again, you can put as many birds as you want. I would make the one a little bit bigger just so people have an idea of who's who. Look at how cute! Cute little family birds on a wire. So we can make, ooh, let's make a bluebird. Yeah, even though there's some blue here, we'll outline it in brown. Let's do this cute little bluebird right here. We'll make it look in the other way, like it's got its back kind of turned. All right, let's do, I don't even have enough to do a whole bunch of different colors. Oh, we could do an orange bird. Let's do an orange bird. So we're just gonna take some of that red and yellow and we're gonna mix it together here. And we're gonna make a cute little orange bird. Now, I have 4 children. So, make those two hanging out, looking at each other. We can make a purple bird. I have some purple paint. Are there purple birds? I feel like there are. Like in the Amazon or something, I don't know. Make a nice little purple bird. And then just because Nico helped us with the fan today, we'll make a tiny little red bird because the red birds are his favorite. So Nico gets a special favorite color bird. So another cute little red bird. It's almost like you're building a little snowman, 2-tiered snowman right there. Just add another little layer here to this big bird. Cute little head layer, tail layer. Oh, we're losing the body here, Nico. Losing your body, buddy. Here, I think he likes a little too much sugar in this bird seed. All right. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Shoop. And let's do that orange one again. Hit that orange guy. And circle, circle. Okay. Now I'm going to take this detail brush real quick, and I'm just going to add some nice little beaks here. Super simple, little dotted eye. Another little beak here, a little dotted eye. Roll this back through the black. Cute little beak again. Little dotted eye. Now everyone gets a beak and everyone gets an eyeball. Whoop. And last one. And we can even throw some cute little black highlights, add a wing. See how when I pull them through, they just bring all the different colors out? That's probably one of my favorites, is when I do birds. And we can grab a little white, hit everyone's tummies to change around the colors a little bit. And it just gives them a little bit of detail, you know? And then you can add a little white in the head. Just kind of outline it real lightly. If you need more layers on your birds, please put more layers on your birds. Now I think that this is pretty dry where it says Smith. I'm going to clean off my big brush really, really good. And I'm just going to show you real lightly how that just magic eraser there. Whoop, I'm not dry right there. It's all right, I'll blend it out. Not dry right there. You see how it just kind of takes away all of the chalk marks. So now what you can do just to finish up is, like every great artist, always sign your work. You can, whoa, I thought that was gonna fall. You could grab just your little pen here or your little paintbrush, and there you go. Voila, it's all finished. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.